Hello friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Today I've got for you 10 fragrances that women love on men. Just playing, that one's too powerful. We can't even mention that one by name today. Stay over there. But we do have 10 other fragrances that smell absolutely fantastic, both niche and designer, that run the gamut from more affordable to slightly more expensive. As always, they'll be linked down below, not below this table, but below this video in the description. And here are a mess load of codes that you can use to save money on a bunch of different websites. Triple Traders, that has a bunch of clones. Max Aroma, Twisted Lily, Lucky Scent, So Avant-Garde, those are gonna have more of your niche fragrances and even some designers. I have the Basket of Destiny beneath me here, and we're just gonna grab one, and we will start with Womo Born in Roma. From Valentino, of course. This one really kicked the Womo line into a completely different direction. Before this, you have Valentino Womo Intense that were more like the Dior Homme style of fragrances, you know, very iris forward, a little bit creamy, slightly makeup-y, but smelled absolutely fantastic with a little gourmand touch as well. And then Valentino Womo Aqua, which is awesome, and some other flankers that were more limited in scope as far as release goes. But back to this. This one changed things up completely and brought it more into line with being more of a youthful fragrance, you know, a sweeter fragrance with more freshness off the top. The type of fragrance that, frankly, if we're honest with each other, is much more of a compliment puller, much more of an attention grabber. Valentino Womo Born in Roma is a monstrous fragrance as far as that goes. Does it smell similar to some other things out there? Does it have a bit of an Invictus-y style edge to it? Yes and yes. But if you're buying fragrances because you want a confidence boost and you want a scent that people are going to absolutely love, that's what this does. So while you can hate on this for being not very unique, which I myself hated on this when it came out, I have to put that to the side when we're talking about fragrances that will get positive attention, that will get compliments. This is that. Code is up next. Code Eau de Parfum from Giorgio Armani. So I'm partially torn here because I am a fan of Code Absolute, Code Profumo, Code Absolute Gold, just really all those Code flankers that have pretty much been kicked into the dustbin of history so that Armani can simplify things and have Code Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, and Parfum, and probably Elixir next year. Code Eau de Parfum is one of these fragrances where you can almost underestimate how good this thing is at getting positive attention and compliments. The Code line of fragrances has always worked really, really well amongst all of its different iterations. Even the new version of the Eau de Toilette, which smells pretty much like the old version of the Eau de Toilette, still works. And the Eau de Parfum, with its mixture of lavender, vanilla, tonka, and a bit of suede, is just out of this world. It's classy, it's sophisticated, but it still has this sweet kind of playful edge to it. Really well done. And I'm guessing this bottle also is gonna be changed up pretty soon, won't it? Next out is Kismet Angel. So this is a clone fragrance of Angel Share from By Kilian, but you already knew that. And if you didn't, you may be able to posit that just by the little look of the presentation here. So this is from Maison Alhambra, which is part of Lattafa. Of course, Lattafa also has a clone called Camra, which is a bit more popular than this one. But this is gonna get you that Angel Share vibe without the Angel Share price tag. So it's very boozy, it's very sweet. Really, it's kind of sweet on top of sweet, but it works extremely well. I would say that if you have the money, like if money is no issue, go ahead and scoop up Angel Share. But if you don't want to spend the money on Angel Share, there are other clones of Angel Share out there. I mentioned Camra, but there are a whole bunch of other ones that I've seen. Some of them I have on the way as of when I'm shooting this video. So we'll see pretty soon if these new versions of Angel Share that are coming out are better than, or as good as, or worse than this one. But for right now, on a budget, the most affordable Angel Share clone, this is the one, at least as far as quality mixing with price. Yeah, that's better. Percival from Parfum de Marly. So this guy right here, it's more expensive than, but smells similar to Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. But as you would expect, it is higher quality than Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. And to be fair, it's not exactly the same. Whew, that smells nice. It's got an almost icy, citrusy opening, really brisk and refreshing. You've got clean lavender in there as well. You've got a little bit of fresh spice in there. You have tonka as it dries down, amber as well, so you're gonna get additional warmth and sweetness that comes out as the fragrance dries down. And this is the type of scent you can just wear year round. You can wear this whenever you want, daytime, nighttime, spring, summer, fall, winter, it doesn't really matter. It's got good performance, so maybe in the middle of summer, you might dial it down a little bit, don't have to go quite as heavy, but this is the type of scent that you can put in your collection, and it can be a Swiss Army knife. You can pull it out whenever you need. It'll get the job done. All right, I got one. There it is. It is Versace Chrome, or if you look at some different websites, it will say Versace Signature, which sounds way more fancy, but it is just Versace Chrome. I love this guy. This is like one of my tried and true fragrances. Atomizer is actually pretty crappy on it, but the fragrance itself is really nice. It just feels cheap, the Atomizer. This is for me one of those quintessential, clean, classy summer fragrances. It has a little sweetness to it, but not too much. It's not heavy at all. From the opening into the dry down, it never feels like it's sitting heavy on your skin. It's always got an airiness to it. Like I said, kind of a clean clothing airiness. Yeah. In the air, this stuff smells fantastic. People love it. It is an easygoing office fragrance. One of the easiest to pull off that I have ever owned. And the cost is not that bad either. It has a good name, Versace, everybody knows that. I mean, that's not that important at the end of the day for most people, but for some people it is. You wanna be able to say, oh, it's a Dior, it's a Versace, it's whatever. People will go like, oh, I'm wearing a Trussardi. Nothing against Trussardi, but then your average person is like, what's a Trussardi? What is that? Le Beau Le Parfum, Jean Paul Gaultier. Truth be told, I need to review this one. I did a first impressions on this fragrance when it first came out. That was over a year ago, and at the time, if I recall correctly, I said that I preferred the original Le Beau over that one. And at the time, I wasn't even as big of a fan of the original Le Beau. Didn't dislike it, to be fair, but I didn't really get the hype, you could say. And with this one, when it first came out, I was kind of wishy-washy. I was a little half and half, you know, liked it, didn't love it. There were some pros, there were some cons. But I have to tell you that as I have worn this more, and I have actually busted this out a couple times over the past month or so, it's doing it for me. It really is. And so it's one of those deals where I don't even really want to review it because it's been out for so long, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do it just to kind of let everybody know, hey, first impressions were this, after multiple wearings, it's this. So, it's sick. It's really good. It's got pineapple, it's got coconut in there. The mixture is just really, really pleasant off the top. I do wish the pineapple lasted a little bit longer. I wish it had more staying power. It really doesn't last that long, but that's a minor gripe. As it dries down, it's got this great, as you would expect, sort of tropical sweetness. And sweetness is the name of the game here. It is a sweet fragrance and it is strong. It's quite powerful. It lasts a long time. It projects heavily, but it is some good stuff. And that one right there, that is magnetic. Oh, my lid. I have next this guy right here, Mind Games Blockade. That has got to be bad for the atomizer, right? Don't care. So there's Mind Games Blockade. This is one of my favorite fragrances that I have discovered this year. Fragrance discovery. That should be like a little thing. Each time I blind buy something that I've never smelled before, and then I like it. Fragrance discovery. So Mind Games based around chess, essentially. As you can see, a little knight right here. Man, it's out of control. It's so pleasant. It's a little bit vaguely in the family of Aventus style fragrances, that's true, but it does its own thing. It has green mango in here. That green around the edges really helps set this apart, and it's so zingy and poppy and zesty. Like off the top, it just jumps off the tester strip, jumps off your skin. It has this awesome sweetness mixing with fresh spice as well. It's just out of control. I'm a fan of fragrances though that have openings like that have that very vibrant, sometimes slightly tart, fruity opens. You know, stuff like Light Blue Forever, Light Blue Italian Love, Terre d'Hermès, Ogivre, stuff like that, I dig. This is like that to another level, and with that addition of mango, so I love it. The Most Wanted from Azzaro, actually the Most Wanted Parfum, excuse me. Just excellent. The Most Wanted Parfum and the Most Wanted, both very modern style of fragrances. That warm, sweet, semi-gourmand style of scent that really started to blow up in a big way when Stronger With You came out. Now, you can definitely tell the difference between this and Stronger With You. I'm just saying, you know, that's the kind of wheelhouse here. Little nice kind of smoky woods and vanilla in there, but the smoke is not at all heavy-handed. Yeah, that stuff is just awesome. Insane. This is one of the best current iterations of this style of fragrance. If you're looking for attention, looking for compliments, any fragrance that's done in that style will get it done for you, but this is one of the best. Down to 2, huh? Woo! Come back to me, my son. Tom Ford, Ombre Leather. Good boy. Ombre Leather, if you're looking for a leather scent that pretty much everybody is gonna dig, that smells rich, that smells like you got money, frankly, that's where you should start. It kind of took the mantle from Tuscan Leather, for better or for worse. Some people out there are gonna say for worse, some are gonna say for better, but Tuscan Leather is, for a lot of people, that leather scent that really got it done initially. I probably don't have to tell you, but leather fragrances sometimes can be divisive, sometimes hard to wear. If they've got that animalic touch, if they got that little bit of funk to them, some people don't like that. And when I say some, I mean the majority. But when you clean it up and sweeten it up a bit, yeah, people start to come around. So Tuscan Leather really pushed that forward, and then Ombre Leather kind of took the reins from it. Also doesn't hurt that it's a little more affordable. Yeah, this stuff is fantastic. If you're looking for a leather scent that has a touch of sweetness while still being very elegant, that. Last but not least, and we won't throw this one, Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Imagination, wow. This is a spring and summer standout. Excellent. So with this one, you have a lot of citrus off the top, a realistic citrus, an extremely high quality citrus. Mixing with ginger gives it this amazing liveliness. Again, it's another one that has, again, hearkening back to what I said earlier, has this zinginess to it that really brings it to life. It's extremely clean, a bit green as well. It has neroli in there, it has ambroxan and tea as well. It is a bit pricey, as you would expect from a fragrance bearing the name of Louis Vuitton, and unfortunately not super easy to find at discounters. So I mean, you're probably gonna have to pay retail for it, but at least you won't feel bad about it because it is one of the better summertime fragrances out there with really good performance to boot for this style of fragrance, and people just love it. So there we go, these 10 right here, all of these certified compliment beasts in somewhat different ways, but all equally good. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me here today. Stay safe out there, and I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. Goodbye.